Here we go. All right, so this is how I lost $281 today. So coming to market open, I was bearish because we on ES we took out all-time highs, and NQ we failed to do that, and we've kind of been ranging, but I saw that swept out these highs, and we inversed this 4-hour coming into the day, and we had this hourly that we were in. It seemed like we were respecting it. Originally was targeting this as a target, and later on in the day I saw all of this low resistance right here. We had this low, and we had this low right here. As you can see, I'm gonna bring these more over. Hold up. Okay. Let's see. So you can see, let's go to 1 minute. Market open was a little weird. Kind of just dropped down. Got this inverse, swept out these highs. Kind of sucks that we didn't take data high. We were really, really close to data high. That could have been a good long target, but did not get to there, unfortunately. And then you can see, so we swept out all of this like accumulation right here, and then we started dropping off. And then we started creating gaps to the downsides. We had these targets, and so let's see. So you can see we had this 5-minute gap that got created, and then we had this 5-minute gap, and this is the gap I took it off of, and I'll explain why I took it off of and where I kind of went wrong, or I could have waited or maybe re-entered. So you could see that this is 10 o'clock right here. This candle open a little low, and we took out the final draw, which I was aiming for. We had some gaps below, but that was like my final like high time frame like low. And so you can see we created this 5-minute gap. And so I saw we had this 5-minute gap, and I'm gonna go to where it is on NQ. Okay, so we had 10 o'clock open low, kind of chop up, and then we manipulated up and put an SMT inside of this 5-minute gap, because the creation of the 5-minute gap was right here. And this SMT with this nice 1-minute inverse targeting just this internal low for about 30 points with about 5 cons on, and got the inverse and ended up getting the entry right here, and it kind of got stopped out. And so I think it was a good setup. I mean, we kind of took out all the draws already, so I can see why this happened. So maybe I could have waited for the higher time for retrace, which I'll get into, but I mean, it fit everything. Like we had a 5-minute PD array, a 5-minute gap get tapped, we had an SMT in the gap, we got a nice clean inverse. It just wanted to manipulate higher, which I'll go and do right now. So you can see that I traded off of this 5-minute, but what I did not see, or I wasn't looking at, which I need to like flip my time frames more, is we had a 15-minute gap up here, which was right, I can mark it out, you can see it as well. We had this 15-minute gap right here that we wanted to tap, and we wanted to go higher instead of this 5-minute, which makes more sense because we had this 10 o'clock open high into this 15-minute to go lower, and then we just kept bearish market structure going. And then you could see out of the 15-minute we got this 5-minute inverse right here, but this kind of would have been a big ass stop. You could have waited for this 5-minute gap to get tapped and then targeted this internal low for a 1.5R, which was the ideal trade today probably. But I got caught in this manipulation leg. I just wanted a little internal low move, but we wanted to manipulate further, and that's pretty much it. It was pretty good PA. Tomorrow there's 8:30 news, and that's pretty much it. I'm gonna probably post this and then post a trade video on TikTok, and that's it. Peace.